Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In the last 24 hours or so, I posted a video outlining why the gifting event needs a complete overhaul. This is not so that I'm disrespectful toward Conqueror players or Uncollected players or even Cavalier players, but we now have so many progression levels and so many great free daily crystals, particularly those of you blessed enough to be Valiant right now, that essentially the rewards themselves in the crystals, because they are the best for the lowest progression, are just not that exciting. Now, of course, if you get into rank rewards or even some of the bonus rewards you get to help out your alliance or your own solo event when you open crystals and purchase crystals, yes, those are nice. But if you're someone who's a Paragon player and your one goal is to be Valiant by the end of this year, all you care about really are tier 4 Alpha Catalyst fragments. Because everything else you can get in different aspects of the game, from event quest to side quest to even more Necropolis runs. But tier 4 Alpha remains locked behind a major paywall. And that paywall, we assumed, would get much cheaper and much better during a gifting event. But the gifting event, or the banquet event, or whatever Kabam wants to call it this year, it looks to be not accurately meeting the expectations of players. So while I am very critical, and rightfully so, of how Kabam has handled the semantics and the specifics behind the gifting event, I do want to point out that when we started the side quest expectation of a generic 6-star Awakening gem, not a crystal, a generic gem, which used to be worth hundreds of dollars. And when the Abyss came out, of course, it was the most valued item. You had to fully explore the Abyss just to get it. And I have yet to do that and will never do that. It is not worth the time at all. Necropolis, for the moment, is. But the Abyss will always be at 26% on my account. Heck, Labyrinth of Legends will always be 21%. I did one path in each of those. Necropolis, I think I'll do more than one path, but I'm still a little scared. And if you think, he's a scared YouTuber, what a loser, what a noob, that's fine. I can be a loser and a noob. I'm just honest. Honest about my own skills, honest about how much I hate long fights, honest about how even with a rank 6, because he is now ascended 6-star Sig 200 Aegon, it's still just a lot of work and effort. I also don't really want to fight that boss again. So, all is to say, this month, this was unofficial compensation. Because when we started the side quest generic 6-star Awakening gems, they were for doing a lot of incursion fights or threat level 5 over and over and over again, and just basically doing the hardest difficulty possible. Not the case this month. And I've waited to claim this until it's almost been expired. This silver and gold event, I knew that this was something that was going to be achievable, and so I just didn't even do anything that targeted, it says spin gold or defeat gold pool, platinum pool, or champions that share synergy with them. I didn't even try that. I was like, okay, sure. I'm just going to do my normal fights in the arena and event quests and see what happens. And to no one's surprise, I think, if you read these rules, these points just started adding up without even trying. I think we needed 5 million points to get the last reward. I'm at 49 million. If only there were rank rewards in this solo event, right? Then we could maybe be having ourselves a ball. This was the least work, the least effort for the best reward we've seen all year. And yes, these kind of videos don't normally do well in terms of clicks or rating because it makes you look like a Kabam lackey. What, Prof, you used to be the voice of reason against Kabam and you're praising them? Well, I can say that the gifting event needs a major overhaul while still acknowledging that this is an awesome free gift. This is essentially a holiday compensation, because as long as you do the normal fights that you do, even if it's auto fighting and event quest, you'll get the 5 million points. And I get that some people's milestones look different, so maybe you don't have a 6-star generic Awakening gem here, maybe you have something worse. But when you get to be those top progression levels, you will have this. And I haven't opened these yet, but yeah, it's nice to get, I guess, a few side quest crystal shards in there. Most of these, of course, all of these were just side quest crystal shards. So it was really interesting that it's like side quest, side quest, side quest, side quest, side quest, and then you get to milestone 50 and go, oh wow, that's different. And yes, this is now my 11th. But between this and also this, between the tier 6 basic and the 6-star awakening gems, it's nice to get them for nothing. And I think sometimes as a community, we expect so much, especially those of you like me who have been playing for 7, 8, 9 years, that you overlook things that you don't need anymore or things you don't want. And I am not saying that this is going to change my account. That would be a ridiculous statement because in champion items, I have 11 of these, and heck, I have 11 of these. I have 22 generic awakening gems. But the brilliancy of that too is those are going to help when it comes to maybe purchasing early access bundles, and yes, they're $100, as a Valiant player in 2024, because we know we're guaranteeing ourselves the new 6-star featured champion, and instead of buying another $100 bundle, you just use one of those generics and you awaken them for free. So, Kabam, I still think the gifting event needs an overhaul. I still think there's a lot of things to improve upon, but I wanted to acknowledge that this was great compensation at the start of gifting in December, and hopefully everybody agrees that it's the easiest 6-star generic awakening gem we've ever had access to for those of you who could see it and have the progression level to see it, and we should celebrate that.